Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Weekdays with Fatih. This is your host, and it's a weekday, so here we are together. This week I want to give you a bunch of random ideas that was in my mind grapes, and hopefully you can take something away from it. The first thing is that beginning something new is a way to seriously expand your existing projects or whatever you're working on. Because I started my Thai lessons on Monday, and I was humbled by that experience because I thought I was really good at languages and I had a knack for it and I could pronounce it well and all that stuff. Well, it turns out there's a classroom full of people who are really, really good, and I can learn a lot from them. And language is especially good because it requires you to use your mental facilities as well as your biological and physical and also cultural facilities as well, because you're not only learning new cultures, but you're also learning about the way your tongue moves and how to make sounds and the approaches to different ways of producing a sentence even. So those things really have it spills over to other areas of your life. This could be, taking up another sport, a new sport, taking up sewing, carpentry, whatever you want to do that you've always wanted to do. I strongly encourage you to take it up because it will spill over to other aspects of your life. We're talking about the beginner's mind. The beginner's mindset is something that once you start doing something for a long time, for 10 years, 15 years, you have a certain way of looking at that thing or life because you found something that works and you keep doing that because it works, and that path that you take, the grooves get deeper and deeper every time because you can't think of another way of doing that thing, and that in turn brings you to stale mind, the pro's mind, So amateur mind is always better than the pro's mind because you can always entertain different ways of doing the thing, more creative, more efficient ways of doing the thing. And that's my second point. This amateur way of looking at life is to do things for the love of it because you love doing it. Amateur, I think it roughly translates to amor, like love for the thing. It's basically you're doing it for the love of the thing, not because you're making money from it, nor not because some other person told you to do it, or not because you're forced to do it. You do it because you love doing it, and that's a much better way to approach life, because if you do what you love, you'll never work a day. If your work is what you love, you have a competitive advantage over everyone who's trying to do that same thing. Because you can do it on the weekends, you can do it without no sleep, you're just so fascinated by it and you want to spend more time doing that thing. You have an amazing advantage. That's a strong competitive advantage opposed to people who are just doing it because money, because it's not sustainable. I treat this project of mine in a sustainable fashion. I would like to be able to do this for a long period of time. So I'm not making it so that I hate it. I'm giving myself grace and patience to find ways to get better at it in my own terms, in my own pace. If I force myself to do it, I can't uphold that standard for the rest of my life. It's kind of like people get into relationships and then they, dudes, act a certain way. They dress up, they take the girl out, they do all the doings, and they're all, it's a front, it's fake, because he's not going to be able to withhold that, like uphold that standard for a long time. So that just becomes an unsustainable way to look at life, which is not good. It's not true. So I'm trying to stay true to my own expectations and my own way of looking at how this is going to happen in my life, and I want it to happen in my own terms. And another thing is becoming the niche, just combining things that you love, is going to be that amateur thing that will make you money. So obviously you want to spend times on things that will give you monetary value, so they can you trade the monetary value for other things. And you want to be able to afford things, and you want to go to nice coffee shops and drink the coffee and whatever. For that, I think it's important to realize that spending time with people who are really, really good at what they do is going to be an avenue for you to understand how or what you could do to find the angles that you could promote your skills, talents, services to a place where it has monetary value. And like I said, finding these masters that are really good at the thing that you do as an amateur is going to be a really good way to do it. And truth be told, they don't even need to be like really good at what you do. Like, they could be good at what they do that you're kind of interested in or not interested in at all, but it's much better than spending time with people who are just dragging you down, pulling you back. Because the other point I was trying to make, you are the average of 5 people around you, and this holds true over time. Jim Rohn quote that is just, every self-help guru out there says these are one of the most important ones. So love your work, then it's not work anymore, you enjoy doing it. That's how you have to niche down for do it. And when I say niche down, don't say like, oh, this is popular and this popular, let me do some 2 popular things that are like not so connected, like surfing while playing an instrument. Like, okay, if that's your real passion, go for it. But don't do things because they're popular. Do things because you love doing it. And somehow it just combines. Right, so the 5 people around you will determine your day-to-day life, will determine your morale, your physique, your everything. So choosing these people, like I mentioned, even if they're not good at what you want to be good at, it's still better than hanging out with your average-ass friends who are just going to pull you back down. Because the habits that we have are familiar. We do them because they're familiar, and falling back to at the person that you were is easier. I mean, if you watch this video, I hope that you are on the path of making changes to your life, chiseling away these little imperfections that you're not so proud of, to replace them with stuff that you are actually proud of. I'm proud of making these videos for the internet, because I think in the past I was like, everything has been said. Yes, everything has been said. But bullshit messages and just time-wasting videos are 90% of the internet, So I want to add to the 10% of everything that's been said and say it again, because I feel like it's important to say these things again. And if I don't do it, a bunch of other people are going to do it. So my taste got me into the game, and my skill level will eventually catch and surpass my taste level, so that we can all fucking grow. Right. So spend more time with people who are masters. It's perfect if you can find that one person who's really good at what you want to do, and just learn the ropes. And you can also offer your whatever it is, their services, your mentality, your craft to people that will you'll find an angle that will provide you monetary value. Yes. Right. If all of this is happening, if you took the advice and you're applying it, and some days are bad, some days are good, you will eventually start realizing that you are better aligned with the talents that you have and the desires that you have for yourself. And once that happy Goldilocks zone is achieved, then you're in this state where things start finding. The universe almost conspires to put in opportunities in front of you, put people in front of you, and it's not like okay, when I say it that way, it sounds like woo and like, oh, manifestation and all that. And I'm not dismissing any of it, but I'm not like diving head first. I'm just inviting you to look at it from this way. Let's say I have a hole in my pants, which I do in my other pants, but I didn't realize how many tailors there were on the street that I live in until I got the hole. So I was walking on that street, cycling on that street, taking cars on the. I see the street day and night for months, but the tailors don't register because I don't need it. But once I have the hole, once you get in that Goldilocks zone of alignment, then things start registering. You're just more aware of the things, and that's precisely why awareness becomes way more important once you start getting a groove, like your rhythm on, because then all sorts of people and opportunities come present yourself, but you need to discern between the bad opportunities, the good opportunities, the great opportunities, and the excellent opportunities, because all of them exist. And more opportunities will come as you stay true to your path, because your path, if you have purpose and you're walking with conviction, that's super fucking attractive. People find themselves attracted to you because you are emanating this energy of what people actually want in their lives, but they are too lazy or too whatever. Everyone has reasons to fall back into the familiar patterns that they've always been on. So you are the embodiment of change, if you're watching a video like this, so act like it. And discerning and awareness becomes extremely important, because you want to separate all these, the weed from the chaff, in terms of ideas and opportunities and people that come into your life. Awareness becomes paramount when more people and opportunities come. And the more successful you are, the better ideas and people will find you. Patience plus saying no is your friend. Also, consolidation. Right, let's talk about consolidation for a little bit. I'll give you two examples. Let's take Timmy, fucking Ahmed, I don't know, insert human name. Let's take someone who is in their room and it's a messy room. So if they want to clean their room, first they have to get the junk and the dirty stuff in one place, right? If you have dirty clothes, you put them in a pile. If you have the trash, you put them in a pile. If you have the stuff, your notebooks and your books and your computer, online hygiene, online consolidation, or like your digital consolidation is also very important. But everything has a place, right? You put things on a folder, you put that information management system. This is all, like, it's billions of dollars of industry. Like, people hire people to manage their shit. So consolidation is extremely important. And in your room, everything has a place. Just like in your computer, everything has a place. And once these things are in place, it's easier for you to discern the good and the bad. But if you have a messy mind, messy computer, messy living space, then it's hard to see what's real and what's not, and what's good and what's great. Feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So, patience, say no, stick to the guns, stick to the grand idea that you have for your path, your purpose, and only choose the ones that are great and excellent, that will support that grand path. The others, just say no. Just say no. All right, and consolidation. We mentioned consolidation too. That's really freaking important. Oh, the other example. Let's take the dirty, messy room to the extreme. Let's say this guy or girl got their shit together and they are running a successful real estate operation, but they have houses everywhere, right? They have a house in California, they have a house in Sacramento, they have a house in, downtown LA, they have a house in Las Vegas. They have houses everywhere, and they have different tax rules. They have different ways of collecting their money. They have different ways of finding customers and all that. But if they sell all of these houses and just buy an apartment in downtown LA or somewhere that's like super profitable, they're working less to maintain all of that stuff. So that's consolidation for you. It exists on all levels in life, and the more you have, the more you have to deal with. That's why these quotes about like have less, be more is very relevant in today's world. So make sure that you are always finding ways to consolidate, get organized so you can see clearly what is going to help you and what's not. Yeah, the opportunities will be easier to sort through once you get this shit organized. The last thing I want to talk about is that nature honors persistence. And that means, yeah, I saw what it means. I've been posting a short a day on YouTube, and finally one of the podcast ones actually got 10,000 views. And it's just a testament about how it's very rare that people start something and then just follow through with it for years on end. And that's one side of it. And the other side of it is analysis. So there was actually another video that had like a short video that had 10,000 views. My normal long form videos, no one's gonna watch that. I mean, thank you so much everyone who is a friend, a family member, lovely people who believe in the project. I cannot thank you enough for the support, because I see all these other channels who don't even get any views on their videos. So I'm very, very thankful for the recurring views, the people who come back to see what interesting folks I have. And that's why I want to engage with you more. I want to learn what I need to provide, because it's a fine balance between, okay, this is for the audience and this is for me, because that's the basis of every story that's been told, the inside and the outside. But the inside, the inner Fatih is trying to tell the world who he is, and the outside world is trying to tell Fatih who he is. So there's a balance between these two, and through communication, I think we can achieve that. And I can provide things that will, entertain you, give you some sort of nugget that you could take and put it to work, just anything. Yeah, so tell me what you need, and I'll see how I can stay true to myself while providing that thing that you need. Gotcha. All right, so nature honors persistence, right? So sincerity is number one, I think. That's what the algorithm honors, because people honor that. That human psychology honors that. That video that made 10,000 is, I asked a question to Daniel about, hey, do you hate white people? And then he dropped the bars. Yeah, obviously he doesn't hate white people, but I just wanted to see how he responds to that question. And he responded like better than I can ever imagine. It's a poetic answer. And people love that, because the more people watch through it and put a thumbs up on it, the more the algorithm pushed it, These other videos are either too dry, or they're too like normal messages, like they're not as extreme, outlandish. That was an outlandish question that I asked, as the other ones. And the other video that had like 10,000 was, I made a video about Miyazaki's movie Boy and the Heron, and that movie is, like I rarely go to the movies, the cinema, and I went there, I watched the movie, I felt what he was trying to convey in my own way. I perceived whatever I wanted to perceive, and I just wanted to make a video about it. And I've always wanted, and that's kind of one of the most fun videos I made, just montaging and commentating on it and aligning the photos and videos and of what I'm talking about. It was really fun. That was the point where I started enjoying video editing. Before that, it was kind of like, but now I'm like, I'm kind of into it now. So yeah, sincerity and popularity. So that video got a lot of views because it was popular, and it gave a perspective that wouldn't occur to the average viewer of the movie. So I brought something new, novel, about something popular. So people Google about this shit, right? So I'm assuming the same thing happened. People watched it and they were like, oh, okay, this is kind of a good video. And then the algorithm pushes it to other people. So the algorithm bases its opinion on whether I should push this or not according to people. And every hack there is about how you can get the algorithm to like you is short-circuiting human attention. Yes, you're manipulating videos by you understanding how human reaction time and psychology and Like the split videos, they have like a stupid random gameplay video on the bottom, and then at the top there's like another video. You're just you're short circuiting the attention span part of human brain, and that's a no-no. Stop doing that. If you're doing it, and if you're just doing it for views, and I mean, I don't know, don't stop doing that. But why find something that you really care about and make videos about that. I would suggest, rather than just milking people's fucking attention, and just like perpetuating this short attention span, which is the freaking one of the biggest challenges that we're facing right now. No one can sit down for a minute to do anything. Anyway, yeah, that was all the things that I want to talk about, and I'll see you next week.